Hey, welcome back. Mr. Inky Fingers here, and today we're going to look at an awesome pen. This is by a manufacturer that is one of my favorites. It's by Montegrappa. It's an Italian brand, and this pen is the Harry Potter, one of the Harry Potter pens, limited edition. And I picked up the Hufflepuff, which was I love it. It's a yellow badger pen. It's one of my favorites. And I've had this for quite a while, and it is a phenomenal writing experience. I'll give you a little spoiler on that one. There are still some things I like and don't like about it. Let's get down onto our awesome map and see how we do and look at some detail and see how this does um, as far as writing goes. Okay, let's get to it. All right, and we're back. So let's take a peek at this one. We have got the Montegrappa Harry Potter pen, and that's about what it's called. I don't believe there's an actual name for the pen outside of it's just the Harry Potter pen, and they're all pretty much made the same. So they come in the different houses for Harry Potter. So you've got the Gryffindor, Ravenclaw, Slytherin, and Hufflepuff. This is the Hufflepuff Badger. The Badger is their mascot. And I mean, I'm a big fan of Monte Grappa. They make some really gaudy stuff, though, expensively gaudy stuff. That I'm like, eh. Then they make some really cool, expensive stuff. And then they make a lot of really mid-range things that are great too. So as far as their quality goes, I'm a pretty big fan of them. So let's take a look at this pen, how they come. And remember, each for the different houses will have their different logos and names and all that good stuff. So starting at the finial, you've got the Badger, and then patience, dedication, and loyalty. So that's for House Hufflepuff. And then looking at it's a metal cap, and then on the cap you have a bunch of badgers um, on there. And then on the clip, you have a badger at the top on a shield. And then you've got the black and yellow ribbons coming down. And then you've got the standard Monte Grappa ball, or yeah, kind of a roller ball there on the end of the clip. Clip's pretty tight, but definitely usable. On the cap band, you have Harry Potter written in the script of Harry Potter. And on the back, you have Monte Grappa. Um, and then, of course, on the body, you have a resin, and it is the Hufflepuff flag and the badgers and the colors. And then on the end here, on the knob, it is a cartridge converter, but you have a knob here. Notice the knob is smaller than the pen. Well, that's so you can do what I like to do best, and that is post your pen. And it goes right over that knob securely. And now you have a pen that's posted, my favorite, which I love. Um, so to unscrew the uh, cap, let's see how many it takes. It takes a half turn, one turn, just a little, 1 1/4 turn to come off. It is metal on metal. Um, Actually, I take that back. It is metal on plastic, so it has the plastic liner in the cap, which is why it's silent. Love it. No squeaks. Um, Looking on the inside of the pen, you have a metal grip. I swear I don't have that many of these, but this one's a metal grip. However, it does have texture, has etchings in here. So it's got a grid of cross etchings. Okay, in the metal, the threads are super dull and wide, so you don't feel them. And so when I'm grabbing this, I can feel my fingers going over the edging, the etching, so I'm not slipping off. Pen feels short to me, unposted. The nib is the standard Monte Grappa nib. It's got the Monte Grappa design on there. It looks like honeycomb. And then Monte Grappa Italia on the nib. Breather hole, standard feed. Nothing surprising. Unscrewing this. That is metal on metal to unscrew that. You have cartridge converter, the converter does have threads on it, and it does screw in for safety so it doesn't pop out. And so we'll screw that back in and back on. So that's the only metal on metal part there. Good weight. When you post it, throw some back weight on there. Definitely. For me, if I hold it back here by the threads, it's not noticeable really. I'm good. Even if I hold it up close, it's still good. I feel the weight a little bit, but it's not something I'm gonna struggle with or anything. I don't think most people would. Now, if you have small hands, that might be an issue. So then you would obviously not post it. And with small hands, you should be fine. Um, so I don't think that should be an issue for most people. This is a medium nib. And yep, medium nib. So let's put some ink in this puppy and see how it writes. Okay. We're going to use, let's use Borealis Black, one of my favorite saturated black inks. Noodler's Borealis Black. So let's do that. So let's get a little bit of a fill on this thing. Okay. Let's lift the plunger. Also, in their converter, there's a spring in there that floats. It's a floating spring. It's an agitator, which is nice. So when you have ink in there, it just continues to agitate it, moving it around. Okay. So we're going to dip it in, and we are going to depress the plunger. I can hear it bubbling. Let's get it that way. I'm running low on Borealis Black. Okay. Got a decent fill on that. I don't want to go all the way up. I'm running a little low on that Borealis Black, aren't I? Put the body back on. Sorry, guys. We'll put the lid back on that. And we will get ready to do some writing. Okay. We always like a fresh page, right? Okay, so let's see how we do here. We're going to zoom in a little bit here. Okay, there we go. And what we'd like to do, we are going to post that sucker right on there, and it's very secure. It's not going to go flying off. Again, very usable. I like the weight. I like the size of my hand. It's perfect. Now, a disclosure, I've drawn quite a bit with this pen. I really like this pen. Not just because I was a big fan of Harry Potter, you know, but it is what it is. I like the pen. Okay, so we've got and you notice that sucker just goes Montegrappa. Oh, I really could have got a fill on that one. And this is the Harry Potter pen. We'll call it that. That was pretty thick there. I think I had a lot of ink there that I didn't wipe off when I filled it on the edge of or in the feed. Okay. So Harry Potter pen, blah, blah, blah. So this would be the Hufflepuff pen. And we have a medium. Oh, this nib is so smooth. Medium steel nib. Super smooth. I literally am barely even touching the paper. I mean, no pressure. Look at that. Very wet. Nicely wet writer, but again, not too wet. I don't even think we're going to get any. Yeah, there's no bleed through. A little ghosting, but that's about it. it feels like there's a little bit of you feel the feedback, but it's so little and it's like gliding over the paper. It's hard to explain. It's super smooth. I adore Montegrappa nibs. I mean, I just do. I think they're great. Um, so let's go here. Very smooth. Fantastic nib. Fantastic pen. And it's Harry Potter to boot. Now, there might be a lot of you out there who despise Harry Potter for one reason or another, and that's totally fine. Don't get the pen. But if you do, and you run across these, now keep in mind, the more limited these become as they're all being sold off, the price is going to get it's going to increase. And I'm already watching it increase. I'm already watching it increase since years ago when I bought this one. The price is a lot more now than what it was. I got it very, very reasonably priced. And mine's in like a new condition still, even though I use it quite a bit. Um, so just absolutely, and just a consistent line of ink. Always a nice patch. And the really cool part is reverse. I mean, it just writes fox, but whatever. Jumps over the lazy fox. How about that? It is a fantastic pen, a fantastic writer. I have nothing bad to say about this pen. Um, I've had the Montegrappa Nero Uno. I love that nib. That was a little bit different. It was a thinner nib, but I love that pen. Um, that was a fantastic one, I remember. Uh, and I've had a couple other Montegrappas I've gotten rid of over the years. This is the only Montegrappa that I have kept. Um, the other ones were just black and chrome and pretty boring. Great pens, but boring. This was the only one that I kept. I mean, I'm not in love with Montegrappa or anything, but I do love their pens. But definitely, I love this one. If you run across a Harry Potter pen and you love Harry Potter, then I would say pick one up. It's definitely a collector item. So great pen, writes super well. It's one of my favorites. Nice weighty pen, not overly weighty, definitely usable. I've written with it for long sessions, and I can highly recommend the pen. The one thing, again, that I probably would have done differently was maybe not have a metal section on there, but again, it might have just taken away from the overall look of the pen. So I can't think of anything really other than that negative to say about it. So great pen, love it. If you are in the market, you find it at a really great price, you know, I wouldn't beat you up if you got it. So I think it'd be a good idea. If you got through the video and you enjoyed the content and it helped you in any way, please do beat up that like button and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. And if you know somebody who might appreciate this video, share it. Appreciate that. Any comments, leave them below. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.